Hi everyone, this is Tommy from StoriesOnBoard. I'm going to show you today how you can utilize StoriesOnBoard AI Assistant when you are building a brand new solution or you are improving an existing one. To get started, we are going to create a product backlog from scratch. The example that I'm using today is a healthcare application. We are building a patient management system. StoriesOnBoard AI Assistant, just like your team members, needs to understand what you want to build. You can enter product-specific information to make the AI understand what you want to build. You can include the purpose of your solution, you can go into details, key features, target users, and additional information. Now that StoriesOnBoard AI understands what our aim, we can ask the AI assistant to discover potential user personas who will be interacting with this solution. The AI assistant already brainstormed out user personas for us. Clinic manager, healthcare provider, all of these user personas are relevant. Now, regarding to the persona details, you are able to set up what information you want the AI collect and fill about your user personas. Currently, I'm focusing on their goals, pains, behaviors, and emotions. You can immediately add these user personas to your project. Their details will be customizable at any point. StoriesOnBoard AI understands what you want to build. Now we already know user personas. We can collect high-level user goals even from specific user persona point of view. Let's say we have James, a front desk staff, and we want him to focus on new patient registration. You can ask the AI assistant to collect high-level goals for this persona: registering new patient, managing appointments, and communicate with patients. These are all relevant for us. Anytime in the journey, we are able to extend additional user goals from either this persona or another one. Now, since StoriesOnBoard AI will also access the product backlog itself, registering a new patient goal, we can break it down into actual user journey steps through StoriesOnBoard AI Assistant. We can collect patient information, verify insurance details, or schedule appointment if it's required immediately. Of course, the journey can be extended with additional goals and steps as well. During the product discovery workshop, you would also collect user stories for every single step in the journey. Now, this can be done also by StoriesOnBoard AI Assistant. For example, collecting patient information, we can ask the AI assistant to brainstorm user stories for us. The related user stories are already visible on screen, and you can select those which you prefer to add to your product backlog, and it will be automatically added. You can of course do this on every single step in the journey, and anytime ask the AI assistant to even extend the brainstorming session for story perspective for an existing journey step as well, collecting additional stories. Moving forward, any user story on the board that was created by the AI assistant or even written by your team member can be extended with additional details. You can also write the user story with the AI assistant. Simply hit space and select Write User Story. The AI assistant follows the template that you set for your user story creation process. The default template follows, as a user, I want that, so that happen. You have the possibility to refine the result if you want, or you can accept it. Anytime in later stage, of course, you are able to make changes manually as well in the context. You have the possibility to ask the AI assistant to even write the acceptance criteria for you. You are able to manipulate what the structure should be, either for your user stories or for acceptance criteria when the AI is generating it. Let's select for acceptance criteria the technical and non-technical perspective. You can even create your own if you have any security or risk to be considered. Now, if you go back to our user story and going to hit space, we are able to select Write Acceptance Criteria for us. The AI assistant will identify technical and non-technical acceptance criteria for the given user story. Again, we are able to refine it, ask the AI to extend it with additional scope, or just accept it. It will be automatically added to the story details in description. However, There are additional details to use a story. The team must collect also potential subtasks that is relevant for this user story to be considered. Now, Stories on Board AI Assistant can also help you with that. Creating custom AI templates gives you the flexibility to deliver any additional content for your user story. You can simply add a new custom AI template regarding to your requirements. You are able to select even a couple of pre-existing templates, just like collect subtask. It can be as simple as collect subtask for the given user story and return with the data in this structure. You can even include an example for the AI assistant how you want the content to be generated. Now once you save this, your custom template is ready. Any user story on the board, now you can utilize this template. You can simply ask the AI to run the custom template and collecting potential subtasks for this given user story for you. The AI already listed what should we consider regarding to this story. You can collect more or simply accept it and it will be added to the description of your user story. You can also support your QA and tester team. You can create custom AI templates for their perspective. For example, creating test cases with Stories on Board AI Assistant for this user story that we are working with. You can prompt the AI what to do with this story, in this case generating test cases, and we even included how we want the content to be generated, listing the test case idea, the title of the test case, precondition, potential steps, expected result. Now once we save this template as well, it can be utilized on any story on the board, making sure that the data regarding to test cases will be always consistent and following a given structure. Running this template, you can ask the AI to write test cases for you. And just like as we wanted, we have the test case idea, we have the title, precondition, our steps is included, and of course the expected result. And the AI generated already multiple test cases that we should consider. We can anytime ask for more or accept it and add it also into the details for our user story. Now you see, in seconds, we have many details that our team can consider. Otherwise, writing these test cases would take a lot of effort to get done. Taking advantage of the custom AI possibilities, you can also utilize the AI template, for example, for splitting options, where the AI assistant can help you how you can split the story for smaller pieces. Now, you can simply ask the AI to investigate the given user story and make sure that offering new possibilities and the new stories are always smaller than the original one. Of course, if you are following any specific splitting options or methodology like the Sprider framework, then you can also accommodate that into the template itself and the AI will follow that for you. Now, running this template, the AI will identify how we can split input patient insurance information user story into additional stories. Now you can see we have already 3 options and a little explanation because I was also asking in the template that it should be included into the details here. We can also accept it and just like that add it for our team to be considered to the details here. As you can see, Stories on Board AI Assistant allows us to save a great deal of time and resources when we are mapping out a new solution from scratch or building our minimum viable product. It is also possible, however, to import your existing solution from Azure DevOps or, for example, from Jira into Stories on Board, visualize it, fill out the details for the Stories on Board AI Assistant to understand what you are building, and utilizing the AI to improve your existing solution, pointing out any missing gaps in the user journey, or identifying user stories, or even filling details about your user story utilizing the AI assistant. In case you need any assistance from our side, just send us a message. Let's build some amazing products using AI assistant on Stories on Board.